Yeah, a lot of people are asking what they should be thinking about today. You know, I get that a lot. What should I be thinking about? There's COVID, uh, there's the restrictions with COVID. We live here in Illinois. Illinois is opening up. What should they be doing? Their family. Obviously, all the stuff on race tensions that's needed to be talked about for a long time is being talked about and being dealt with. People are concerned about their jobs. You know, unemployment could be as high as 30%. So that's a fear that is consuming people. And obviously the upcoming elections, and a little bit more of on a lighter note, I hear people talking about sports. You know, that's some people, that's a really big deal, and that's a big part of their lives to watch sports and to have sports be a part of their lives, and it's not happening. So I think it's just important for people to get back to the center and just think about what the center is. That's what you were asking me before, like what should people be thinking about, and what is the center? And really the center is different for every person that's out there. But you've got to know, every person watching this has got to know what their center is, and to be really careful about not being emotionally spun in this direction or that direction. I think a lot of people, a lot of outlets are vying for our attention, and a lot of those are important. COVID and race relations, they're very, very important. There's no question, so you can't take your eye off those. But I think if you just focus on those things, you're just going to be emotionally spun and you'll be a wreck. So solving these problems really requires you to be your absolute best. You have to be your best at home. You have to be your really absolute best at work. You have to be really good at church. You have to be really good in your community, whatever work you do in your community. And you have to be that person, that friend, that neighbor that's just going to lift people up. Like, you can't lift someone up if you're at the absolute bottom, right? So some of these solutions to these world problems, to these community problems that we're having, are going to require money. So you've got to work really hard and make sure that you're financially strong. So if they need a financial donation, you're ready to do that, right? You got to be really creative. And to be creative, you got to get a good night's sleep. You got to be in a good mood. You got to control what goes into your mind. You just got to be really present. You got to be really, really present. And you got to have all of your problem-solving skills. That's what we were talking about before, right? Like, requires a lot of individuals solving problems. And we've got to be really sharp at solving problems. And I think if you're doing a good job of that, it'll help you stay centered. So all these other things that are really important are still going to happen, but you can contribute to them by being your absolute best. I think that's what we were getting at when we were talking before.